Hello, this is CJ Lindbergh, the online marketing aficionado. You may know me from the video 5 Mistakes I Made in My Online Business. Well, what I want to talk to you today is no mistake. It's a great new company called Onpassive. And the word passive is in the title of the company because you can earn a living just being involved passively. Obviously, you can do better in this company if you're more aggressive and more involved, but this is the company for people who don't want to sell. And what I like most about this company is you can do it from all over the world, anywhere. We have members from India, the United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, other continents, Asia, Africa, South America. It's probably even Antarctica, but I'm not sure about that. Anyway, so what I want to show for you today are a couple of my impressions, a short 2-minute introductory video, and then there's a snippet I've pulled from an hour and a half interview. That'd be too long to show you, but I cut it down to about 15 minutes. So about 20 minutes of video to introduce you to Onpassive, and if you're interested, I'll put some contact information at the end of the video and also down below in the comments. So sit back and enjoy. I hope to work with you and Onpassive. Have a great day.
Okay, I'm going to also touch up on the experienced people, but the newbies, I will give you the analogy. If you purchase a device, whether it's a cell phone or a computer, and if most people, all computer users, they have to download softwares or set it up and do the configurations and the operation system and all the uh, technicalities that involved, most people would never be able to actually run a computer. What we need to is to turn it like a switch on and off and go browse and surf the internet and watch videos and communicate and send and receive emails. That's all we know as most users. And if we have it to where it would rely on their knowledge in computers, then most people wouldn't even buy, or if they buy, it just will be collecting dust in their homes. So the reality is we had to create a system where it's plug and play. It's already there, it's installed, and everything is configured. You just have to plug in the power, and that's it. Maybe you just register on board. It's that simple. If they can come in, there's nothing to actually do further. So that is more important than the seasoned one, because the seasoned will just it gets better because they already know the game and they will appreciate the tools. Now I can talk mechanically with the seasoned and experienced marketers. Now,
Hey, Ash, before you
Yeah.
do that, so let me understand this right as from the newbie perspective. So you know, I'm not I'm an online marketer. I write copy. I'm sort of that brain, but I'm not a technical guy, right? So I like to keep things sort of, I need things really simple, analogies that are super simple that I can relate to. So what you're saying with the Onpassive system is what most newbies go out there and they join, and I know if they're listening and I hate we throw around the word newbie. Don't take that the wrong way if you're listening to this. You're just new to this. And Ash mentioned you may be a lawyer and really good at what you do and or a doctor or anything, right? But you just aren't familiar with the, with online programs and this type of world. The problem is, and I know a lot of people that are listening to this that are new, they've joined many deals. And like you said, they come in and it's almost like, hey, here's the nice, beautiful, shiny car. And there's really no, but what they forgot to tell you was, there's no engine. I mean, it's nice and you can get in and the leather's nice and it smells nice, but you're not going to move off the lot, right? Unless you can go into the garage and figure out how to assemble an engine, which is how to actually go market and advertise and learn all these things that really in many cases they don't tell you have to learn. They just hype you up to get you in a deal, and you see success from someone that already has the skill set in the background, but they don't tell you that guy spent 10 years trying to figure out how to
I
become
love the
a good
analogy,
marketer.
Eric. Just to touch up on the luxurious car. Yeah, we can have the vehicle. Not only they tell you it doesn't have fuel, they tell you, well, now you need to learn how to manufacture fuel and keep it fueled all the time. You know what I'm relating to
Yeah,
now.
so
That is
you're
the
yeah.
most complicated piece of it.
Yeah, and you're putting together a system, from what I gather here, that a
Self-fueled,
newbie,
yes.
it's almost like a self-driving car where now they're coming in going, well, wait a minute, yeah, I don't understand how this works, and I don't even have to get behind the driver's seat and push the gas or put my hands on the wheel. I can sit in the passenger seat of Onpassive, and I'm in a self-driving business opportunity for the first time ever, because the technology that you're putting together is going to go out and find the traffic, filter the traffic, bring the eyeballs, help close and bring people into the business, through this self-driving Onpassive car that they get to sit in the passenger seat and enjoy the ride with. So that's sort of what pops into my mind for the newbie. And there's that's exciting. That's got to be really, really exciting, for people. And the world's changing. I know that there's elements of artificial intelligence. We're not going to get over people's heads, but you're really putting together something completely proprietary that's never really been done before, and giving people an opportunity to be in sort of this self-driving business. And I think that's powerful.
But let's do some justice to those, let's say, seasoned marketers, okay? Or they know the details, at least, so they have their fair share of the knowledge and experience. Now, we're going to assume they're not coming to or price of it is already inclusive, that we don't pay for it. We already have a huge market for that. So even if we touch a fraction of the market, okay, a fraction of the action, say 10%, 5% of the existing market without having to invent anything, okay, we still have a huge success ratio here.
Yeah, Ash, it's really unbelievable. And I think again, I always go back to intuition, and I have a great feeling, and I know you've been working diligently on this for some time, and it's your passion. You put a lot of time, effort, and energy. I don't know. I have a great feeling, and I have even a better feeling now that I've been on this call with you. So I'm super excited. I know we've taken up an hour of your time, so I want to be respectful of your time. I want to close it out. I'd love to bring Scott on to close it out. The reason is, I know Scott has been, and I tell everyone this, if you're listening, guys, if you're an internet marketer, if you're seasoned, if you're a newbie, there's really no risk in getting set up as a founding member. Okay, it's a one-time 97. Maybe Scott, you can talk a little bit quickly about the benefits of that. But listen, guys, it's sort of a no-brainer. We don't know exactly when the launches and all that, but that doesn't matter. What matters is this is actually being worked on. This is something that doesn't exist in the marketplace. To be a part of something that could disrupt the industry, could change your life. If you're here before it really takes off, and that's what we're looking at, something that's going to disrupt the marketplace, and be something that, like you said, Ash, anyone in the home-based business space, network marketer, affiliate marketers, internet marketers, small business owners, you name it, they're going to want access to a platform like this, to promote their businesses, and then to have the traffic piece on the back end. It's just an amazing vision,
and you get paid to use
platform.
us.
Yes, and we've been talking about the ability that this could be life-changing income just for using the system and leveraging the system. So it's absolutely unbelievable. But Scott, I know you've been in this with Ash for a while. You've been promoting this, and you do do a lot of the webinars. You've been in the industry 25 years. I'd love for you to give everybody sort of your take and why you've decided, because you've been with this for quite a while prior to it actually going live and launching. So you have a rock solid belief in Ash and the vision and the company. And I think it'd be great to kind of close out and for people to hear, why you've hitched your wagon to this and why you're so excited about it.
And before you say it, Scott, please don't look at the clock, because many times we just electively set the time as our own enemy. And we have to realize good things like this take time. And I would be skeptical if I told you, okay, we're going to start working on this project, and 2 weeks later we deliver it. It's complete. I'd be very skeptical. I mean, what can you do in a short time? So when it takes time, that's a good sign we're making something original, something that is going to so please don't look at the time, because if somebody's serious about this, we're dead serious, and this is our life and our passion. So we want to give as much content, and it's worth it. I mean, so that's my point. So hopefully people will find it worth their time. I understand time is money, but this is a big deal. It's a real life-changing an hour or so or minutes in their life. We waste that watching unnecessary things that will not necessarily impact our life daily. So rather than watching news or what's on TV or the funny stuff that we see every day. So this is real. Go for it, Scott. I apologize for taking
no problem. Not at all. Listen, I just feel so privileged to be part of this vision and this dream that is now becoming reality very quickly. And I am also one who nobody, including my wife, would qualify me as a patient individual. And I just really bought into the vision of what Ash and his team is designing here, and I realized the importance of this. Now, I'm going to be 63, and Eric is so complimentary. I've actually been in the industry for 45 years. Just the last 27 have been full time. So
oh, wow.
I've seen everything there is. I really have, and I've heard a lot of promises. One of the things that everybody needs to understand is one of the most important is been anything but incredibly transparent with what he has said. For instance, he said, we want to get this launched. We want to launch Onpassive. Obviously, everybody wants to make money. Everybody wants to have access. But he goes, I'm not going to give you a specific time. I've got a specific time that I would like to target for, but I'm not going to say anything about it. We're going to launch this when it's ready. And one of the other things that Ash has always said is, I don't like to fix things. So when we build something, we want to build it to work and to last. And obviously, to build it so it is something that won't be in disarray and won't work. I'm sure Ash could have launched this project at some degree many months ago, but it would have been far less than what is happening now. So
true.
at 62 years of age, I truly do not have the energy nor the desire to start at ground zero again. I know, Eric, in our conversations, we've talked about the number of times we've had our hearts broken. Well, everybody that has been in this industry for any amount of time has had their hearts broken. And even though we know there are no guarantees in life, the bottom line is let's get a system that actually works from the very beginning, and also works for everybody, because what's being designed here is a self-perpetuating compensation plan. Listen, we've done a 1-hour interview here, and this is so powerful. For those of you that are listening to this full interview, have you heard us talk one time about the compensation? That will keep you awake at night. I know at least part of this compensation program. How many times do you go to a presentation or a webinar when 95% is built on hype and compensation, how much money you're going to make? Tonight, for 1 hour, yet you have heard nothing, and we're about it because
So you're saying we're focused more on the solution, and we're like a product and services driven company, rather than just we start talking right away from, about the money. Unfortunately, most companies do that, or programs. I don't call them companies, just savvy programs, like any casual individual would go and bring a page online, and they say, oh, okay, or like a purchased refurbished script that is so you get a dozen for $100 or so, and they say, I have a business, and I tell them, relax, buddy, you don't have a business, you just have a page among billions and billions of online, and that's not a true, genuine business model. So you're trying to say, Scott, we could stop right there without even talking about the money aspect of it, and we have a business because we're providing a concrete solution, a value that will be used by the millions. And on top of that, yet we have a compensation plan that is one of a kind. But that's not the primary value. It just top it and to complete the business concept.
Yeah, absolutely, Ash. The opportunity is always going to be there. The income is unlimited with this powerful compensation plan. I've seen almost every compensation plan, and I don't think I've seen anything just in its first tier of what's been released to our eyes that has ever been done before. But it's pretty amazing for those that are listening to this recording that we're not here to talk about that, because it's all going to take care of itself. But what we're talking about is something that is so badly and most needed in our industry, and that is the opportunity for each and every person, regardless of age or ability, to be able to come to a platform like Onpassive and know that you're going to succeed. So with the tools, with the development, with the oncoming launch, with the traffic, with everything that's coming, it is going to literally explode. And mainly what it's going to do, it's going to change and rock this industry. I remember when I was talking to you, Ash, back several months ago, and we talked about the potential of what we thought Onpassive would look like after its first 1 year and 2 years and 3 years. And we really, truly do know and believe with all our hearts that this is going to be a place that, for those of you that choose to join Eric and the team, become a founding member, that would be the best decision that I think you could ever make. Because just imagine, we're not quite 30,000 founding members yet, And when I talk to Ash, when I talk to other people that are internet marketers, experts, they're believing for millions of members in Onpassive. And you start thinking about what your income, just because you took steps at the very beginning to get involved with Onpassive, believing as a founding member and being patient enough to wait to give birth to this beautiful internet marketing platform that's going to be massive and is going to change everybody's life that gets involved. And even for those that we may even label, forgive me, I don't want to call people lazy, but when you use the word like passive and hands-free, it does bring that forth. But listen, we know that 80% of the people that start a home-based business have never, and I mean never, recruited somebody in their cold market. So that means that only 2 out of 10 have ever enrolled somebody. So that tells you the 2 greatest problems. We talk about this on all of our webinars is people are not salespeople. They don't want to be salespeople. The majority, I should say. I love it. And they're not recruiters. They don't want to pick up the phone. They don't have the skill set. Now set this, set it and forget it, and watch over time as your organization grows. It comes with a money back guarantee, so you have 0 risk. We're looking for people that understand that this is being built as the last business, the last platform, the last marketing that you're ever going to need to get about. If that's not good enough, then obviously you need to keep looking for what you feel is the
I plan on using Onpassive's services to market a few of my online businesses. I've got one involving genetic cancer screening that's fairly unique. A couple others involving certain tools that have to do with voicemail and text messaging, things like that. Also, a retirement plan that has no market risk. So those are the kind of things I plan on marketing with Onpassive. Plus, I plan on marketing Onpassive in and of itself. It's a great tool. I just learned that it's going to have web hosting and unlimited emailing. There's a function within the email program that'll help you rewrite emails so that they're not, spammy, getting caught in people's spam filters. So I'm looking forward to using that tool. Web hosting, I'm going to move my website over to Onpassive. Text messaging, I won't need to use Telario or any other programs like that. With email, I won't need Aweber. The savings are going to be considerable. I'm really looking forward to seeing what this company does with all the online marketing tools that I've been using in the past, putting them all in one place for a low price. If you had the chance to buy Microsoft back in the 1980s, or Amazon in the 1990s, or Google in the 2000s, would you do that? Of course you would. This business is like that. Onpassive is going to take over online marketing. So this is your opportunity to get in as a founder while the company is in pre-launch. Don't miss it.